Hey everybody, Lester Paints the World here, and today we're going to do a deep dive in the dystopian future of UHive. UHive is a social media platform that wants to be the 3.0 Facebook. So at its core, it integrates concepts like the blockchain and NFTs to redefine what the social media can do. Other platforms are doing this as well. Today we're going to deep dive into the economics and the different principles of this specific platform and the different problems that I have with it. I've read their white paper and research on their website for all the info that were publicly available. On the website, this is what you can find. You can find 5 laws of the Metaverse, they call it, which I'm going to read to you. First law of freedom. A metaverse must offer complete freedom by utilizing decentralization wherever possible. Sounds good. Second law of wealth. A metaverse must aim to create a global universal income for every single user by allowing and facilitating the distribution of wealth. Sounds great in principle as well. Law number 3. The law of democracy. A metaverse must democratize the entire social system by allowing users to control its policies through councils and public boards. This sounds great as well. Law number 4, the law of economies. A metaverse must be based on the circular economy, meaning everything is considered a digital asset and is sellable and tradable through the blockchain. Law number 5, the law of infinite connections. A metaverse must encompass and connect all the above laws in a virtual world, acting as a bridge to our physical world. So we're going to go through the white paper, which I have clips right here, and we'll see if they can live up to the standard that they set for themselves. So let's go. First, we have the Hive token, which is the basic token for the platform. Reading from the white paper, users can buy UHive token in order to fully utilize the app services. We have currently enabled people to buy up to 20 billion UHive tokens. The total supply is 80 billion. First problem right here. We have tokenomics that is not a fair launch. Those platforms are being bought by the users and are not minted. So all this money is directly going to the creators. So they are asking money right from the start and not necessarily in a way that will make money for the people who are participating. The white paper states, you should not rely on the platform as a source of income. Receipts of token from the platform should not be considered a payment or salary. So we have a second problem here. So I will put a non-respect for the allocation of the token. To continue, from the white paper, I'm quoting, there is no expectation of future profit or gain from the purchase of holding token in their current form. Tokens do not represent any ownership or equity in the company, a right to vote in the company decision-making processes, and a right to receive dividends or other distribution rights on the profit generated by the company or network. So first, the token do not represent ownership in the company. So it means that the tokens do not represent, and this is very important, the token do not represent a vote in the company decision-making process. You're getting paid in something that you have zero control on top of it. This directly hurts the law of democracy that they wanted to put in place. Lastly, you do not receive dividends from the profits generated by the company. You are actually not aligned with the company because they can get profit and you will not be part of this. So don't be mistaken. They said they're talking about redistributing wealth, but they've set up in their own white paper in a way that they don't actually have to do that. Continuing on the white paper, we can discuss about the wallet. They have a system put in place, an internal wallet under the hood, and I'm quoting, we create a separate Ethereum wallet for each user. The private keys are encrypted using a secure and hash vault. Therefore, no one has the ability to directly access the encryption keys as they are saved in a private database. You actually do not have access to the keys of your own wallet, meaning you can get exposed to a hack. You can get exposed to them simply deciding that they want to take your money. For example, if the company is bankrupt, They might take the funds off your wallet to repay their outstanding debt, which is something that happened over and over that we see in the crypto sphere. For example, this is exactly what happened at Celsius. So remember this fundamental thing in crypto, not your keys, not your coin. So they get a big no for using decentralization whenever possible. Okay, but you might say, do we care about all of things, the decentralization, if we can actually make money from and profit from the platform? Then let me introduce what they have planned as wealth redistribution. I'm quoting, dividend for all, universal income. Our end state vision is to share the wealth, meaning unconditional income for all active users. The problem with this is there is no engagement on their side on how they are going to do this redistribution. Here they tell you that they use factors like time spent on the application, social scale, post engagement, and so on. But you do not know what the algorithm is. It's completely opaque. And worse than that, you do not decide what the algorithm should be. There's no way for you to influence what the algorithm is going to do. They might very well do something very interesting for you in the short term and then change the algorithm in the long term. You have no control over it. The proper way to set up a system like this would be to put in place a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, that allows everyone to vote on this very important topic, which is wealth distribution. So don't be fooled, this is not a universal basic income at all. This is the company redistributing crumbs to their users while keeping a full control over the wealth of the platform. So I'm going to put a big red cross again for the lovers of economy. This is not based on circular economy at all. If you need a little bit more convincing, here look at the chart that they made of the money flowing in their ecosystem. As you will see, the interesting part for you, of course, is users. And the only arrows that goes to you is the engagement reward that UHive has a total control on, and the business reward with the business have total control of. And then if you look at who's getting all of the money, I mean, it's pretty clear. So I want to talk about the other aspect that UHive is putting into place, specifically the law number 5. A metaverse must encompass and connect all above laws in the virtual world, acting as a bridge to our physical world. And they actually have some good things coming over there. So the platform is built from the start to integrate VR technology, creating a virtual social world. I think this is very important. I do believe that Web3 social media are going to be one of the biggest moves in the next bull run, and they will need to have Metaverse integration, which is VR. The way they put it is they have a 2D interface that is actually a representation of a 3D world, and you can navigate them using your phone, or you can navigate it in VR. So this, I think, is still a very new technology. It's not ready yet at all. However, I do believe that they're going in the right direction with this particular feature. They get a pass here. Another feature I want to discuss is called the awards. This is both an interesting feature, but I think could have been done better. Giving an award is a way to show appreciation. It's like a like on Facebook, but you can make it more personable by adding a specific emotion to it, like adding a certain number of funds, like tipping. Here they set it up in a very strange way to maximize the control over the financial flow. This WOW award that is going to cost you 50 UHive, and you're going to expect this 50 UHives to go to the person, right? Wrong. It actually goes to UHive directly. And what it does is that it increases the social scale of the person. What is social scale? It's a completely opaque algorithm that they have control over and decide who gets to have their content seen and who gets to have access to what part. And you can see where the dystopian aspect of it start to show. They have full control on every single point. You have like a traffic stop at every single point of their creator economy. I'm going to put another big red cross in love economy. However, I think the concept of award is interesting in the sense of This could actually be a way to help people give money to each other without it feeling so much like a money transfer. And I think other platforms could adopt a similar feature, given the fact that the money actually goes to the creator, of course. Now we are going to talk about the two worlds that they put into place. Again, this is a very interesting feature that is terribly badly designed. They have put in place two separate worlds in their ecosystem. One is called the civilized world, and one is called the free world. The civilized world is a law-abiding community, family-friendly with KYC. You can identify everybody. It's equivalent of Facebook, where everybody's supposed to be identifiable. There's a lot of moderation going on. And this is something that you want, right? You want to have this place where you don't have to think about your family being exposed to unmoderated content, etc., etc. However, they also have the free world. And the free world is a place designed to be anonymous. You can express an unrestricted free speech. You can have total anonymity, private communities, etc., etc. Very useful for political activism, free speech, minority community that want to find a way they can express themselves. I do think that both worlds are very important, and you do see this kind of dichotomy on the internet. And the fact that they thought about this from the ground up is a very good thing, I think. However, because there's a catch, of course, they are saying that you're anonymous and completely protected in the free world, and it's actually not the case. If you look just a little bit later in the white paper, and I'm not kidding, the freedom of speech and expression is not intended to allow the users to abuse and undertake illegal activities. Fair. Advanced technological measures have been developed to restrict such activities. They are telling their users that they are anonymous and they can be who they want to be and express their political opinions. Actually, everything is under surveillance by technological measures. And of course, once you monitor everybody, you have the control to stop the person. So you're telling people that this is a free speech zone, but you're actually monitoring everybody. A very big red cross on the law of freedom. Okay, so lastly, before we go, I have a little bit more of dystopian feature for you. It's the first time I see something like this. I think it's very interesting. They call it digital collectible superpowers, so NFTs, which will give you social superpower, like boost social scale, your content is more read, boost likes and dislikes, whatever this may be, ability to post higher quality videos and longer videos. So if you're not buying their NFT, then they won't give you the access to high quality videos, apparently. It's the first time I have seen the pay to win model that has ruined gaming when it's badly done. It's the first time that I see this model applied to social media, meaning you now have to pay to have basic functions such as high quality video. It's reminiscent of the model in China with the social points, something very similar, where the control over what is good, what gives you a point, the control is just centralized in only one platform. So for this feature of superpowers, they get a big cross in the law of economy once again. There's another feature I want to add, which is selling followers. According to law number 4, everything is a digitalized asset and everything should be considered sellable and tradable. And in their vision of the platform of the future, this include, I'm not kidding, this include followers. So this means that you actually you followed somebody for a specific reason because you're interested in the content, and actually the person you followed can literally sell your following to another content creator for money. So in conclusion, I'd say that this vision is actually very much in line with how social platforms are working today. If you take this and change an NFT by promoted post on Twitter or Facebook, it's essentially doing the same thing. So we are actually already in this phase. we having everything Web 3.0 just makes it so much obvious. This system was designed from the ground up. They control every single algorithm. We have no clue what's behind it. And this is actually how Facebook works as well. So there are alternatives that are being built right now that are the opposite of this. The one that comes to mind is authenticity.io. I made videos explaining why their design is so much better for the users, and I hope that they're going to take off. That's it for today. Don't forget to follow and back the video on authenticity.io, and follow me, Lester Paints the World and the Cities of Light, a city in the Metaverse. And you have a good day. Bye.